Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a book review on Divergent. And now, this is my first book review, and so it might not be all too good. And I was so stupid, I returned the book because I got it from the library. So I have a picture of it on my iPod. So yeah, I read Divergent by Veronica Roth. I really liked the book. I watched previous reviews on it, which convinced me to read it, and it's supposed to, well, it's not supposed to. The reviews I watched said it would be kind of like the Hunger Games, and it actually was. It's about a girl named Tris, and she lives in, it's like post-apocalyptic Chicago, maybe? I don't know. But post-apocalyptic America world. And just like the Hunger Games, it's set up in factions for society, whereas the Hunger Games is districts, so it's kind of the same thing. But for each faction, people who live in each faction have a certain trait. And Tris lives in abnegation, and the people who live in abnegation have the selfless trait. Like, they're willing to help others and they're selfless, basically. But when you turn 16, you're allowed to choose a different faction that you feel you'd fit better with. And every 16-year-old has to go into a testing room, and they will get tested for which faction they fit, but that doesn't mean they have to choose that faction to go into. So Tris goes in to the testing, and her testing results come out really bizarre. Like, she's put through actions or situations where she has to act, which would depend on what faction she goes to by how she reacts to these. And she's kind of all over the place in how she acts. Like, she's not one faction from the other. Like, they can't tell. So they just write her down as abnegation, but they tell her she's divergent. And that's not a good thing for this world, for someone to be divergent. So she's kind of afraid and doesn't really know what it is yet because they don't tell her. But when it comes time to choose your faction, she chose Dauntless, which was the brave, kind of crazy faction, because she didn't feel like she felt in abnegation. Like, she wasn't selfless. Sorry. So she moves into Dauntless, and you know, she has mixed feelings when she goes into that faction. Like, first she thinks, oh, this is so much better, and then she thinks, I miss my family, and then it's kind of all over. But finally she meets friends Christina, Will, and Al. I think that's all the friends she meets. I'm terrible at summarizing things. I'm really sorry. But they all came from different factions also. And she meets them, and she also meets this guy named Thor. But she can't quite figure him out, so she's really interested in him, of course. And she has to, like, get tested on different, like, things through the Dauntless testing period. And if she doesn't pass, though, she becomes factionless, which is like homeless, and it's worse than death, they say in the book. But luckily she passes all of those, and in the end, the last stage is they have to go face their fears through a simulation, which is fake, but only the Divergent can pick out that it's fake, and she really doesn't want that to happen, because if you're Divergent, you, I think, will be killed or used as a test subject. So she doesn't want that to happen. But when she meets this guy 4, he really, like, they connect, and he tells her all these ways to get past him. And I don't really want to give that much away. So she's in the last stage, and the less amount of fuses you have, the better, and the fastest time you can get through them, the better. So she does get through them. I won't tell you how well, because I just don't want to give it away. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I can say to not give everything away. Well, the ending of the book, I won't tell you any more about the book, except that the ending is a lot different outcome than what I would think would ever happen, and it's just really cool. I don't want to give the ending away, because then it wouldn't be fun to read it for you guys. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'm really sorry if this was terrible. I really like the book though, and again, it was Divergent by Veronica Roth, and it's not as, I didn't think it was as good as The Hunger Games, but it was good. It had really cool aspects, and it's a science fiction book, young adult, and I liked how it combined the science fiction with, like, love and suspense and mystery and all that kind of stuff. And there's many twists to the book that I didn't see coming. I don't know if you'll see it coming, but I can't wait for the second one, Insurgent, and it comes out May 1. I just can't wait to see what happens because of the ending, but you just gotta check it out. It was awesome. Thanks.